Season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the numbers for Gibbs from last week: 14 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they...
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Now Geno on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. On first down, Smith to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Again, Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Seahawks 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
After the interception, here's Goff. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, it's Kenneth Walker III.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll try the air now with Smith.
Left side complete to Lockett.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A look at the numbers for Lockett from a week ago. 6 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
23 yards the pickup there.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action.
Smith.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun. Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did, and they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now a first down throw. Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. St. Brown in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Fighting him off. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 50, it's Goff. It's caught. Mitchell. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
St. Brown in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Goff.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Geno out to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Smith.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Goff on first down.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Here's Goff.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. The final shot here before break. Smith.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season,
but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Smith. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To the air again, Smith.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Smith now to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Goff.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's 21-3. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Goff.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now.
Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The 71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down.
That's to the rookie, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Smith throwing again. And that'll be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Gino is going to get this complete to Walker.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Gino now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 11. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
On first down, Goff.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To the air again, Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he goes out right around the 39.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 15. 1:52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
St. Brown on the catch.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Play action. It's Goff. And this one is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. On 1st and 10, Goff.
going underneath. Gibbs has it.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up now on second down.
Back to throw, Goff.
At the 27-yard line.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Well, this game's not done just yet. A big conversion there on 4th down and a big gainer as well. They're going to have to play perfect football from here and get all the breaks, but at least they're giving themselves a shot.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Goff.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here we go on 4th. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now Goff on 1st down.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Now Goff. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
So the victory here for Seattle,
and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.